Hello friends! How are y'all doing? How you feeling? How you looking? How you smelling? Let me know. All that in the comments down below. So in this video, I thought we would take a trip down memory lane. Not necessarily with Scooby, but you know what? This is my Scooby Shoes box and it comes in handy. So inside of here, I actually have pictures from like the last decade of my life, if not more. And I thought it'd be fun to just kind of mix them up, pull out some pictures, and kind of tell you guys a bit more of my history and my life and the story behind these pictures. I, again, have pictures from my high school days, pictures from just everything in between. So I'm going to mix these up because they're kind of grouped together a bit. So hold please, because I don't want to tell you the same story after another, you know. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull out a picture, kind of explain what's going on in the picture, and tell you a little bit of the story behind that. So I thought this would be fun. So we'll see what happens. Maybe I'm gonna expose myself with this, but it's fine. And I will say, there are a handful of pictures in here I've never shown either online or at least on this channel. So Scooby-Dooby-Doo, which one will be you? Okay, this one's not bad. Okay, this picture is actually from one of the photo shoots I did for CHD Week. I want to say this was 2018? Does it say the date? It does, 2018. Yeah, so this was from 2018. That I took these pictures. Mariah took this picture, these set of pictures, if you know who she is. And this was just downtown here in St. George, so it wasn't anywhere special or we didn't do anything too crazy with this one. I remember this one we did like right after I got off of work, and it was cold and it was getting dark and stuff. So not my favorite of pictures that I've done for CHD Week, but you know, it is what it is. So that's what that is. All right, what's next? What do we got? I don't even know. I'm just. Ooh, okay. So this is the Space Needle. This is the Space Needle. This is when I went to Seattle. I did the Big Climb for Leukemia back in 2018. Actually, it's been about a year since I did that because it was in March of 2018. I went with my parents and Mariah at the time, and I met Monica Church, if you know who she is. She made a team and we could join and do the Big Climb for Leukemia. So I did that. I raised the money and everything and went and did that. And of course, though, we took a few days to explore Seattle because I had never been. And so yeah, but what's funny is the Space Needle was under construction at the time, so we did not even get to experience that. Alright, what's next? Ah! I have an escapee. Okay, this is actually from that same CHD Week photo shoot we were doing, but this is more of a picture I like. I'm dying, it's fine. This is a picture I actually kind of think is cute. I don't know if I used this one or not, to be honest. Though I feel like I didn't use a lot of these pictures just because I didn't enjoy the time of taking them. I was cold and it was getting dark, even though you can see the sun shining. I had to really brighten up the pictures and stuff, but all right, something else. Oh. I'm actually tearing up. This is gonna be a hard one. So, back in high school, when I was in heart failure, there was a boy, and I will say now, he was my first love. I can admit that now. And his family seemed to adore me, and I loved him and his family, and we got super, super close and everything. And I believe it was for his sister's birthday. It was the night of his sister's birthday, but we took a picture of all of us, him and his siblings and everything. And so yeah, anyway, this is that. This This was me and all of his siblings. So this is a very near and dear time of my life. It was a very vulnerable time of my life because I did not know if I was going to survive the next day. I didn't know if I'd live the next day, and so I actually spent a lot of my days at their house and spending time with them because I felt very safe there, and just like I could, you know, if I was going to end my days, I would have rather it been there than anywhere else at the time. But this was over the summer. I know this picture was taken over the summer because his sister's birthday was in July. So yeah, this was over the summer between my junior year and senior year. Whew, that was kind of a hard one, not gonna lie. Okay. Oh, and okay, same photo shoot, just in a different place. We kept using a bunch of walls. You know, the other one was like a white wall and whatever. We just kind of kept trying to use walls because we also, again, it was downtown, so we didn't want to like get in people's way and stuff. But another one. All right, give me something else. Oh, another one from that time. So this was one of my friend's sisters. So this was me, my friend's sister, and the boy, who I will not name. I'm gonna keep names out of this. But this was actually at our high school. This was taken, I think, during lunch because the friend so this is her sister, but they both were homeschooled a bit, but they would come. They had a few classes at the actual high school, but they would come during lunch and whatever to hang out and stuff. And so, yeah, anyway, we were just taking pictures during lunch. This picture was taken, so I would enter on the left side of the school usually. Like, I'd park my car on the left side. You couldn't park well, I guess technically if you're looking at the school front face, it would have been the right side. So I parked on the right side. The parking lot of the school was on the right side, but you couldn't park on the left side because that's where fields and stuff were. And so on the left side of it, where this picture was taken, there was like, you would go down a set of stairs and then the doors were there, or you could keep going and go down, you know, to like the gymnasium and the locker rooms and stuff. But so we were sitting on the like middle platform, just down the first flight of stairs where the doors were and stuff. So that's where that was taken. Okay, what's next? Oh my gosh. Okay, what's next? Oh, this is a pretty one. Okay, so this is one of my friends from high school. I haven't seen her in a long time, but she was a year or two. Maybe she was 2 years younger than me, but she was younger than me, and I met her my senior year of high school. But her and I loved to take pictures. I loved to take pictures of her, and it was so much fun. And this is a picture I took of her. She was like, hey, we would kind of like randomly, like maybe once a month, be like, should we go take photos? Let's go do it. And so this is actually in a like tree grove field thing. I don't even know what to call it. Sometimes there's cows in there. Sometimes there's nothing in there. Sometimes there's sheep. Sometimes there's animals in there. Sometimes there's not. But it's actually a very popular place here to take pictures. But we went one evening over the summer, and she was in this pink dress, and we were like, let's get some flowy photos, like as you're turning, you're twirling and whatever. So anyway, yeah, I loved taking pictures of her. It was so much fun, and this is one of them. This is not my favorite. One of my favorites is not a picture of her, but it was a picture of one of her friends. I took pictures of her and her friend over for their one of their senior dances. And we found this abandoned building. I don't know if it was a house or not, but we found this abandoned building. It's now demolished. That building is long gone at this point. But we took grunty photos, you know, and whatever. They were in dresses, but like, you know, it was like secret agent spy and whatever. Anyway, it was so fun. But there was one window upstairs of this building, and we had them like sit, like I had this girl sit in the windowsill because the sun was shining in, because it was sunset was just happening. The sun was shining in, and there was like a rug on the floor, and we could like shake it and bring up dust. When I tell you that was my favorite picture I've ever taken, I don't know if anything's ever gonna top that picture. I don't think I have it in here, but I'll have to dig that one out. What's next? Oh, okay, so this was the big climb for leukemia. This is Monica Church. So she is a YouTuber. She's also a real estate agent now, but this was my picture with her. This was after we did the big climb. So you know, climb the building and climb, you know, stairs. We're not climbing the building. You climb the stairs of the building. But this was after we were done. So afterwards, you know, I talked to her and everything. What was kind of annoying though is after this, we had our flight. So basically I did the big climb for leukemia and then just like booked it to the airport. So exhausting day, but it was still great. Core memory for me. All right, we'll do a few more. Let's see if we can get anything mixed up in here. Okay. This is one of my childhood best friends, actually. Her and I are still friends. We don't talk like every day, a lot. Sometimes we even go a few years without talking, but I actually did see her just like the other week. But her and I are, you know, we're still in contact and whatever. But so yeah, one of my childhood best friends. This is when I believe I was in heart failure at this time. And so when I was in heart failure, I didn't have the energy to walk a lot. So I was in a wheelchair a lot during when I was in school or anywhere I'd go. I'd ride a wheelchair because I didn't really have the energy. And she and her boyfriend at the time actually got me a wheelchair. So because we were borrowing one from a neighbor at the time, but then they got me my own, and I still have it to this day. But anyway, one of the dances, she wanted to take me to she wanted to take me to one of the dances with her, and so I went with her best friend, and her best friend asked the boy that I liked at the time. You know, him and I were best friends at the time, and so yeah, we went together. But this is a picture from that time. It's so freaking cute. I miss her. All right, that was a fun one. Let's see if we can get just a few more interesting ones. Okay, this is actually a picture of Vegas. We were out on the strip of Vegas, I believe. I believe we were with Mariah. She hadn't gone down the strip of Vegas before. And so we were going down, and there's this bridge where you can, you know, walk over and it, you know, you can see through and you can see all the traffic and whatever. But I took this picture at that time. It was starting to get dark and everything, but I think this is just a fun picture of Vegas. That was in 2018. All right, what else we got? Oh, okay. So this is Angie. This is actually in Vegas too. This is in downtown Summerlin. So at the time, this was in 2018, I believe, but her now husband was on a LDS mission at the time, and if you don't know what that is, basically they spend 2 years kind of teaching the gospel and just like, you know, more about the religion and Jesus and everything. But anyway, so her now husband was out doing that. He was out in New York. But so this is when her and I really started to become close friends. And one day we basically said, let's go to Vegas. Let's go. And so because Vegas is only a 2-hour drive for us, so we went and had a day trip in Vegas. And this is a picture I took of her walking down the aisle. All right, maybe just like one more. Let's see if we can get a good one. All right, this. Okay, It's a cute one. Okay. This is another picture of Angie. Her and I like to do photo shoots as well, take pictures of each other. So this we were taking one evening. I want to say her and I don't know if this was for a CHD photo shoot or if her and I were just out taking pictures. But yeah, there's this like path. It's kind of a bike path, but where I took the picture of where I took this picture, wrapping around it and stuff is a bike path, and so we were kind of out on the bike path and whatever, and it's very like woodsy and could be spooky at times, but we were out there taking pictures, and our motto is anything for the shot. And so I think at one point we were getting on the ground, sitting, laying down on the pavement, just being like, let's get this shot. Okay, I lied. I want to do one more. Just one more for kicks and giggles. Oh, okay. So this is my friend Jenny and Megan. This is when we were in high school. This was before we had our license though. So at one point, I wanted to ask Megan to a dance, but she had moved 4 hours away. So this was in December. Jenny and I decided to make a little weekend trip to go and ask her. And so we went and surprised her. Jenny's mom drove us and stuff, and we got a hotel. I had my own hotel room. It was quite nice. But we went and surprised her. We picked her up one night after she had like a choir performance. She didn't know we were coming. We got into her house and surprised her, and then we took her and went and had a bunch of adventures. And then like over the course of the weekend, I had left the stuff to ask Megan to the dance, and so I just left it with her family, and her family set it up in her room and whatever. But yeah, so we went on adventures. We went to like an aquarium, we went to the zoo, we went and did like what would you call it? I don't know, like a little space discovery type thing. I don't know if I wouldn't really call it a museum, but yeah, we did a bunch of stuff over the weekend. We went ice skating. We were on the news. It was a lot of fun because it was during Christmas time and everything. So, but yeah, so this was actually taken in the girls' hotel room. We were just like watching TV or something, just chilling. But yeah, so that was, I want to say, when I was like 15-ish or something like that, before I could drive. And there's a handful of my memories, a handful of my history. Honestly, this is a lot of fun to just bring out pictures and be like, here's the story behind the shot. So yeah, again, that kind of was the last 10 years for me, about, give or take. Some of them are very, very emotional for me. Some are just fun and funny. I have so many more pictures in here. Like, y'all, I have so many more pictures in here. So many more pictures. But if you guys would like me to do more of these, let me know in the comments below, because I think this could be a fun little series to give you guys more background on my life and tell stories and stuff. I thought it was a lot of fun, but there's that. I just thought I would try that and see what you guys think. I want to know what was your favorite picture that I showed here, and I want to know what was your favorite story. So the picture doesn't have to match your favorite story. I just want to know what was your favorite picture that I showed off and what was your favorite story that I told. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this video. I appreciate all of y'all watching and listening to my stories I have to tell, of my life. I am 25, going on 26 this year, and my life is an adventure every day, I swear. I do carry main character energy, I really do. So guys, that's gonna do it for this video. I appreciate all of y'all watching. If you liked it, hit the like button. It helps me out a ton. If you guys are new, press subscribe so you don't miss out on any future content that I do. And if you're not following my socials, links to those are in the description down below for easy access to you. And that's gonna do it. So until the next one, I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye!